And welcome RSC fans to Monday Night Cardball. This is match day 8th. I am bbcomedian, pun very well intended, and I am casting here tonight with my great friend MD. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. It's my first time casting with you, so pretty excited to see how games turn out today. First up, we have the veteran matchup with Paradox Paloma and Pushwalkers. Followed by that, we'll be having a prospect match with Undead and Mop Tops.
Yeah, we have two very fun matchups on deck. Let's get around to the first one. We have Paradox Paloma versus the Pushwalkers. Now, looking at the team stats, what do you see looking at these numbers, MD?
Well, looking at the numbers right off the bat, you see that Pushwalkers are coming in with the slight advantage. They are 20-8 on the season as we're getting underway here. Paradox Paloma coming in at 13-15. Funnily enough, I actually did just play Paradox Paloma last week, and they did end up sweeping my team. So I'm curious to see how everything's going to line up tonight. Uh, Pushwalkers are definitely looking like a stronger offense overall, with 91 goals on the season so far. So definitely expected to see a lot of offensive firepower coming out of Pushwalkers tonight.
Yeah, that 91 goal, 71 goal difference between the Pushwalkers and Paradise Paloma is definitely going to be something we're going to see on in this matchup to see if the Paradox Palomas can slow down the Pushwalkers with those type of numbers. So now let's go to the player stats and let's see what we see.
Moving on to player stats here. So we have on Paradox Paloma, we have Locke, Quimbee, 13, and Braamse. And as you can see here, it seems like Locke, Quimbee, and Braamse are going to be your main three that are going to be playing tonight. As Locke and Braamse have basically played almost every single game, and Quimbee has only missed about 4 so far.
And the big difference in what I'm looking at is you look at the Pushwalkers, you have Saucy Rexy with 34 goals, Avid with 23, Goose with 34, and you have Locke and Quimbee on the Paradox Paloma team who has 36 and 20. But then you look, you don't really see that third production. But what you do see is you see Brames with 11 goals on 71 shots, which averages out to a 15% shooter percentage. If Brames can get those shots to fall, we can definitely see Paradox Paloma maybe put up some more offense because the shot production is there. The shots just aren't falling. So if Brames can get those shots to fall, we could definitely see Paradox Paloma give Pushwalkers offense a run for their money tonight.
If we're going to go based off of shot percentage alone, I'm expecting Goose to be absolutely on fire tonight, coming in 34 goals for 80 shots at a 42.5 shooting percentage. So definitely expecting Goose to get a big chunk of the ball tonight. And you can see that on Pushwalker's side, they are assisting quite a bit. I mean, Saucy Rexy and Avid themselves have 27 and 26 apiece, with Goose having 19. So definitely a lot of team plays between Pushwalkers. Can't not sure exactly sure what to expect. You would think that Pushwalkers are gonna maybe just roll over and take Paradox Paloma down, but Paradox Paloma does have really good team chemistry from what I remember from playing against them. So I'm very excited to see how these two teams face off against each other.
Me as well. I'm hoping that we do not see a blowout. These games are so much easier to cast when it is not a blowout. So I'm hoping for close games. But yeah, the team chemistry on the Pushwalkers is just a class above what we're seeing from Paradox Paloma in terms of goals, assists, and just all around team stats. So let's see what happens on the field.
Currently just waiting to get the second team in here. I have messaged them the lobby info. So just in case, I will just do this one more time.
And it's interesting to note you have the Pushwalkers coming in at 20 and 8, which pushed them in the number 3 seed in their conference, and we have Paradox Paloma coming in at 13 and 15, which means they're number 10 in their conference, so they're just outside of the playoffs in that Solar Conference. So Paradox Paloma, with us being at match day 8, I think we only have like 5 match days left. So they definitely need to get some, some quality wins, some wins, period. But you definitely want to get some wins, to build up that team chemistry and, build up that camaraderie. And you could do that tonight going against such a high-ranked team in Pushwalkers.
Oh, absolutely. I fully expect that Paradox Paloma are going to be giving it everything they got. With looking at, I'm surprised, honestly, looking at the stat line that they don't show saves on here, because I would like to see the individual save numbers for each member of the team. I would have to go look at the stats myself, but that's going to take a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Just
the
waiting.
delays trying to get the second team in here. I did DM the lobby info to Rexy, so I'm hoping Rexy got it to their team.
With Braamse having, excuse me, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my apologies. So what would be your predictions going into this? Who are you expecting to maybe be the stronger team going into this already? I mean, obviously stats never tell the whole entire story, but I'm curious what kind of conclusions you're drawing at the moment.
I am seeing a game where you're going to have the Pushwalkers are going to probably assert themselves real early, and you're going to have Paradox Paloma kind of play catch up and just hopefully, I think their best bet may be possibly playing a more physical game. When you have one team that's better offensively than the other team is, and it's such a mismatch. You play a more physical game, get more demos, and try to slow down the other offense in that way, as opposed to just trying to play instead of playing passively. And I think I just saw the players come in.
All right, let's get into this. Finally got all the players in. Gonna go ahead and transition onto the field here as the teams start taking the field. Finally have all 6 players. So from Pushwalkers, we have Goose, Avid, and cjax. From Paradox Paloma, we have Lot, Quimbee, and Braamse. We are underway in this vet matchup.
Let's see.
Ball dropping here. Quimbee's going to take a quick challenge off of cjax. cjax gets the 50. Looking to move it downfield, but unable to do anything. Leaves it for Avid, who's going for the double tap. Floats it over one, unable to get the second touch. And Goose trying to finish it, unable to do so as Braamse will clear this away. Pushes it right towards Locke. Locke going for the flip, reset, gets it off of the backboard. Quimbee unable to get to the touch. Braamse is there, but again, ball is stalled. Off to the wall here. Locke will try to take control and leave it for Quimbee, who's going for a second touch here. Do they get the double tap? They miss. Locke with the shot, and it's over into the crossbar. Goose unable to do anything with this now as Braamse take control and immediately gets challenged by Avid.
And already you're seeing the offense of Pushwalkers already have 3 shots to the 1 by Paradox Paloma, so you're already seeing them trying to assert themselves offensively. As we see Paradox Paloma get a tap, would I like to see a stronger tap on that? But let's see if Pushwalkers can do something. Have the ball in the corner. Cannot. They're kind of just knocking on the door, and trying to see if they can score a goal soon. Oh, nice bump in the net. Nothing came of it. And right now, it's looking to me like the Pushwalkers are just doing such a great job dominating that midfield game. Then we have
my apologies. I had to get in contact with our producer there in the background. Anyway, we're gonna get right back into this game. It's just kind of a back and forth right now. Nobody really able to get super clean touches. Nobody able to really put anything super threatening on the net at this moment in time. Like you said, Pushwalkers themselves have already got 4 shots to Paradox Paloma's 2. So really wondering which team is going to be able to break through first. Avid here trying to put it off the corner, going for the second touch, drops it down for Goose, and Goose will finally put it into the net. Finally, a team breaks through, and Pushwalkers will score first.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, nice shot. Avid to Goose. And yeah, the Pushwalkers striking first, and that was something we talked about in the beginning. You know, the Pushwalkers seem to already have found their rhythm offensively. Paradox Paloma still looking to find theirs, and let's see if they can find a way to answer back as they push the ball down the field. Not much coming of that, and it looks like Pushwalkers are going to regain possession. Avid going up for the big 50, but Locke takes control. And let's see, it is dangerous. Oh, we have a demo. I like the demo. Paradox Paloma sends it off the back. Nobody's there to receive that pass. And let's see, the Pushwalkers are now trying to do something with it. But now Paradox Paloma has possession, and they have a goal. And right there, we talked about how, you know, Braamse coming in here with that 11 goals off of 71 shots, 15%, how he just needed to get some of those shots to fall. And right there, that is a good sign right there.
One thing I was a little worried about coming into this game, looking at the boost numbers, is it seems like Paradox Paloma are using a lot of boost, and Pushwalkers are kind of just happy to let them use all that boost. They're saving it for any challenges they can get. Locke gets a giant clear here, unable to put it towards the net. Needs it for his teammate. Braamse will put this to Quimbee.
Oh.
Quimbee with a shot, and what a beautiful pass. Suddenly, Paradox Paloma are in the lead.
And I love to see the passing. It is so much easier to score a goal off of passing than it is trying to set up something for yourself. So that was nice, and nice Quimby for angling his car like that to even be able to make that shot and get that in there. And right now we're going to see if the Pushwalkers can respond. And I'm loving the clears by Paradox Paloma. It seems like whenever they get a clear, they're trying to push the ball straight past the defense, like right there, just right past the defense. And Braamse with the, I would love to see a pass on that one. Tried to go for a shot that did not go. And we talked about how, you know, the Pushwalkers offensive. We talked so much about the offense of the Pushwalkers in the beginning of this. We're seeing Paradox Paloma be just as offensive.
I would like to see a little bit more aggression just in the bump and demo department from either of these teams, honest. I mean, you do see Pushwalkers are starting to get a little bit more aggressive. I think I saw Avid pick up a couple demos earlier. Avid now going for a shot. It's a drop down to cjax. Can it put it in the net? A beautiful drop down pass from Avid to cjax. And this game is tied up with 40 seconds to go.
These are highlight reel passes right here. These are top 10 plays of the week in terms of passing. I love to see it. Shout out to the great passes in the game. You know, they are putting on the clinic right now. Let's see. Oh, it could have been dangerous if Paradox Paloma maybe have pushed up on it. They kind of allowed Pushwalkers to take control of that, and we have a whiff. Let's see if we can get a capitalization. We cannot. Paradox Paloma, that was a beautiful 50. Locks takes control. Nice read by whoever that was on the Pushwalkers as we enter into the final 15 seconds. Are we going into overtime, or will this game end in regulation with the last second goal? As of right now,
to see game one overtime, and it looks like that's exactly what we're gonna get. Ball finally drops to the ground, and we have overtime in game one. This is already very, very competitive for both of you.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from both of these teams. I'm loving the defense of both teams. Honestly, you know, I'm loving just the teamwork. And do we have no? That was a beautiful shot opportunity. Was not able to get that to fall, but they keep the ball on the side of the court where they wanted it, where they want to keep it at, and it's going to that midfield. Just want to beat. No, cannot beat that player. Cannot beat Lock. Lock had that on lock. And now we have a 50. Who's going to win it? It went more of the Pushwalker side. Let's see if Paradox Paloma can stop the Pushwalkers from getting this goal. They cannot pass to a shot again. I love to see every goal was scored. Okay, every goal was scored off of a pass. Beautiful display of offense by both teams. But the Pushwalkers get that in overtime, 3-2 to win the very first game in this series.
That was an absolute gorgeous pass from Goose. Just able to get a good enough touch to put it off the ceiling right into cjax's nose. Pushwalkers making a statement, taking game 1 in overtime. This definitely wasn't very easy for Pushwalkers. I think Pushwalkers were maybe expecting to have a bit of a fight, but maybe not this much, as already we are going into OTs and we're only in the first game. But the absolute shots coming out of both sides, I mean, cjax 2 for 7, absolutely insane, just getting as many shots as possible on net. Braamse is doing the best that he can there in the backfield. Just absolutely a brick wall, just was not able to stop that final goal.
Yeah. But I love what Brames did with the 3 saves. Just was not enough to stop just the absolute offensive onslaught by Pushwalkers. You have 10 shots, so if you can limit some of the shots that the Pushwalkers are putting up, and put up more shots, put more offensive pressure, on their side of the field. I believe Paradox Paloma can take one of these games right here, and let's see if this next game, this game 2, is a game that they take.
Teams back on the field here. No switches. Each team is deciding to not switch anything up just yet. They're going to stay exactly where they are. Going to see who takes the kickoff here first. And it looks like possession is going to drop to the Pushwalkers. Avid will push this downfield. Quimbee has all the space in the world, so we'll just take this up and over. Quimbee's immediately challenged in the midfield there. cjax with a soft touch towards net. Avid's looking for a potential pass here. Will go off the wall. Takes it solo now. Looking for Goose in the middle. It's a soft touch. Boomer downfield. Can cjax get back to it in time? Is managing to get it off of the post here. And Paradox Paloma immediately are going into a fast attack here.
I was looking at that and I was noticing it. Like, yeah, Paradox definitely just looks like the quicker team right now. I don't know if this was maybe a strategy that they came up with, during that break. Like, hey, look, maybe beat them. We play a little faster, but they are definitely just seeming like they're just on. And as you said, they do use a lot of boost. This is definitely a team that does like speed, and they do. It is looking like they are just a little bit quicker than Pushwalkers right now, but let's see if they can get anything going with that. It cannot. Pushwalkers just moves it to the other side of the field. We have a 50 battle. No Pushwalker to be found. So Paradox Paloma is going to take control of that. Locke is going to pop that up. This could be something if Quimbee can get a pass on. Locke gets it back up, but Avid is right there to read it. Beautiful, beautiful passes, but also excellent read by Avid to even know that was right there. I would have definitely got scored on. And Quimbee's going to take control of this. Is trying to go up the side of the wall. Was not successful. I will say I love the possessions. Both teams are taking possession of the ball instead of just getting one hit on the ball or just playing boomer ball. They're trying to get some offense going and trying to dribble the ball a little bit. Makes the game much more exciting.
Quick touch from Locke, but gets absolutely shut down by Goose. Goose with 0 boost and a dream, just hoping to play for 50. Gets it over to Avid, who's going to try to beat Locke to the ball. Going for the ceiling read, unable to get it. Quimbee will send this downfield. cjax is waiting. Puts it off the corner. It's a shot from Braamse immediately into Goose. Goose will save this. Looks for a demo. Locke going for the second shot, and Locke able to put it away. A fantastic shot from that man right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful ball placement right there. I think it was also it was some fakes in that shot. The way it took him a little time to actually put the shot on, because there was a defender right there, but the way he placed that ball and how he angled hard, the patience that he showed on that shot was definitely hard for them to defend. And now Paradox Paloma wants to get something else going to see if they can get the score to 2-0 and put the Pushwalkers in a real dangerous position, but cannot keep the ball on their side of the field. And Braamse right there is pushing the ball to their side of the net. Goose is trying to get something going. Now we're starting to see a little bit of boomer ball. And do you think the teams are starting to panic a little bit, or they just know each other so well now that it's hard for a team to get anything going? As I say that, Paradox Paloma has a perfect opportunity, and it goes in. Beautiful pass, beautiful shot.
Just as you asked me that question, Paradox Paloma, I guess, just wanted you to settle down for a little bit as they put themselves into 2-goal lead here. It's a fantastic pass from Locke, and Braamse just able to barely get that over Locke so he doesn't clear it out. As far as teams looking like they're doing a little bit more boomer ball, I don't think it's so much panic. I think it's trying to get the other team to use as much boost as possible, so that way you can move down the field quicker. I think that Pushwalkers are starting to figure out that Paradox Paloma are just a fast-paced team, and so they're trying to push the pace in order to make them use more boost. But we'll definitely see if this strategy will work out for them. Still haven't seen very many bumps and demos from either team as of yet. Team bump there between Braamse and Quimbee. cjax is going to pass this to Goose, who looks for a bump. Locke is able to clear it away. No boost. Braamse will go for the challenge here and wins it. It's off to the corner. Avid will take control. Does this go off ceiling? No, it just waterfalls away. cjax is there with the touch from Locke. There's a demo in the background, but Braamse is able to keep it away. And then a quick counterattack from Paradox Paloma. 1 minute to go, and Pushwalkers are scrambling now to find a goal. They have to score soon if they want to have any chance of staying in this.
Want to score soon. This is not the side of the field that the ball needs to be on. They need to find a way to get the ball on their side of the field, and Avid just did a great job right there of doing that. Let's see if they can get another touch. Cannot. And now we're going back to the wrong side of the field. We're just seeing, like we talked about, just Paradox Paloma, just the absolute speed has been breathtaking to watch as we enter into these final 20 seconds, and the possibility of Pushwalkers tying this game up is, the clock is not on their side anymore.
They need to score here if they want to have a chance. Oh no, unable to do so. Can Goose put it in?
Okay.
3 seconds to go now.
That could be 3 seconds. This is Rocket League. That could be enough time. They definitely have to win this next kickoff. Definitely have to win the kickoff.
Kickoff absolutely cannot. Can Pushwalkers get the kickoff they need to at least keep the ball in the air? cjax on the kickoff here. Ball just dies. Can't ever get a touch. No, there's a counter attack from Braamse. Braamse puts dagger in, and Paradox Paloma will take game 2.
Paradox Paloma takes game 2, and that was a good kickoff, just a good kickoff for the wrong team that needed it. And we are tied 1-1 in this series. Pushwalkers took game 1, and then we have Paradox Paloma returning the favor and taking game 2, 3-1.
Oh boy, is anybody getting a little sweaty in here? These games are so much closer than what I was expecting. I expected a good show, but these guys are definitely making me work for it.
Yeah. These guys are putting on the show right now. And we see Paradox Paloma kind of did what we talked about. They put up a little bit more pressure in that game than the Pushwalkers, and they got the W. 8 shots going compared to the 5 by Pushwalkers. It was I can't even remember the shot numbers from last game, but it was definitely lopsided. So we're seeing Paradox Paloma fighting a little bit harder on offense and come away with the dub. So if they can keep this going, they get the 3-1.
Well, the way this series is going, I'm almost expecting this to be a split series. They're going back and forth for sure. And as pointed out by Wheelchair, the GM of the Quad Dynasty, Pushwalkers are down their captain tonight. Saucy Rexy unable to make it. I believe he mentioned that he was doing some home renovations at the moment. But Saucy Rexy in the chat, supporting their teammates the whole entire way. There's a team bump already between Paradox Paloma, so Pushwalkers here should have easy control. cjax passing this to Avid, who's going to put it off the backboard. It's a shot to the middle. Can Goose get it? No, they cannot. Avid's going to have to reset this for their team, scrambling back. Avid now bangs this on net. Can they put it on target? Locke is able to put it away for the save. Already starting out hot between both teams. Locke now starting to take control, drops down, gets it past 1, unable to get a second touch, so Avid will pop this up. Goose able to keep it away from Quimbee. Now cjax will clear this away, looking for a second touch, unable to get it. Goose down into Quimbee, who will take control, grabs Boost in the corner. Waits for 50, 50s with Avid. Braamse trying to get there quick, but Goose says not today. Unable to get a second touch. Can cjax do anything here? No. cjax looking for a pass, but unable to do anything, so Avid just kind of hangs back. Already a minute gone and no goals yet. BB, what exactly do you think Pushwalkers need to do here? I mean, obviously they just need to score the ball, but it's tough to do when Paradox Paloma are just running around the field like they are and cutting off every passing opportunity that they're seeing.
Yeah, that, and they're going to have to figure out how to get past this goal line defense of Paradox Paloma. You know, because they're actually getting decent opportunities. They're getting the ball deep in Paradox Paloma territory. It's just the Paradox Paloma they're forming a fence when it comes. Like we're about to see it right now, as we see Locke just cuts off another passing opportunity. So you have to figure that out. I'm guessing maybe you can't say pass the ball anymore because they're cutting off the passing opportunities. So I really do not know at this point. It's just maybe trying to be as fast as they are. But, or do that. Or do that. Whatever that was, do a whole bunch of that. And that's how you get past that goal line defense of Paradox Paloma.
Finally, a pass between the Pushwalkers connects. cjax able to put it off the backboard. Avid with the incredible read to just put that into the net. Going for a second touch here, already off kickoff. cjax is demoed by Locke. His Braamse will clear this downfield. Goose misses the ball. It's a free ball now. Locke will go for a 50 and now trying to take control. cjax just 50s immediately. Quimbee with a shot on target. Can Locke reach the ball? Cannot. Goose is able to save it and will immediately take control. And it's immediately 50 by Braamse, who's just not letting Pushwalkers break out of their half. Now looking for demos. Unable to get anything going here.
Oh, that's a nice bump.
Right now, it seems like Paradox Paloma are a little boost starved. Braamse on 0 boost. Quimbee on 0 boost. Locke the only one with boost here. They have to break out of their half here if they want to get anything going. Goose with a shot towards net. It's high. Gets a demo in the background, and now Braamse will take control and immediately gets 50'd. Paradox Paloma trying to reset, trying to grab boost. There's a team bump there. Ball flies harmlessly off to the side. cjax will take control. Immediately it's boomed away by Quimbee. And Avid's just there, just trying to keep the ball in Paradox Paloma's half. Paradox Paloma just cannot break free right now.
The Pushwalkers figured out how to slow down Paradox Paloma. Just boost starve them. Because as you said, everybody on Paradox Paloma is just with empty tanks at certain points. And even right now, just, everybody's kind of low. So that's, that is the game plan. Just boost starve them. Because they are a team that definitely runs on boost. As we see them try to the ball was on the other side of the field just for a split second, and now we're back on the wrong side of the field for Paradox Paloma. And let's see, they're trying to push it. We have Quimbee with control of the ball with a flick that Avid just read so nicely, so well. And let's see if cjax can get this ball into the front of the net for Pushwalkers. Cannot. Locke is on the move. Locke is showing off dribbling abilities. Braamse just too far up, was not able to make a play on that, and we are on the Pushwalker side of the field. And then we have a shot. Yeah, that was dangerous, but very good save by Quimbee to keep this score 1-0 as we enter the final 40 seconds. As we see if the Paradox Paloma can answer.
Take control. Just has to beat Avid. Does beat Avid. Can they put it into the net? Is it going to fall? And finally, Paradox Paloma gets through. Great shot from Locke. Manages to beat the final defender to just float it into the net.
Nice aerial to tie the score up to 1-1. What do you think is going to happen in this game? We've already seen so much in this series. Imagine if this was a 7-game series. I don't know if I could take it.
I don't know if I could take it either. This feels like a play. No way. Okay, it stays out. Immediate counterattack from the Pushwalkers, but they're unable to find anything right now. Quimbee's gonna take this downfield, trying to drop it in front of net. Locks up in the air, unable to do anything, and it falls down, and we're into a Game 3 overtime.
This is a Game 3 overtime. We started this series off with an overtime. Let's see who's going to who can win this game. We have Locke on the move. Very good passing opportunity. Was not able to make it connect though. Somebody got demoed. I don't know if that was the person trying to pass the ball to or not. And we're still on the Paradox Paloma side of the court. Field, sorry, wrong sport. And we have a pass by Braamse. Good pass, but beautiful read. Very beautiful read to cut that off. And now we have Paradox Paloma trying to stop the offensive pressure of Pushwalkers.
Good clear from Locke. Goose will take control here. Braamse is going to put this to the backboard, but Avid reads it. Braamse still in the play, trying to keep his team in this now. Looking for a pass center. Can they get it to the center? No. Goose goes for a touch, misses, so Quimbee's going to turn fast, but cjax is there for the read. Avid with a quick shot to the top of Braamse, but Locke is able to get there in time, bail his team out. Good 50, goes across the crossbar here. Quimbee with a 50, it's again on the backboard. Goose misses.
This could be nice.
Shot on target, no. cjax able to clear it away. Locke has to scramble back, plays for 50 and does. Quimbee able to get a touch, but has no boost now. So it's up to Braamse to get this downfield. Braamse with a touch off the backboard. Locke is up. It's a shot, and it is in the net, and Paradox Paloma will come away with the Game 3 victory in overtime. That was a beautiful pass from Braamse to get it to Locke.
Paradox Paloma has stepped up so many ways in this series, giving us all games that we did not expect. Talking about, during the pregame, talking about the stats. They're playing very well as a team, and they're going offensive toe to toe with the offensive juggernaut and Pushwalkers, and are humbling them right now. They are right now humbling the Pushwalkers. Very good games, but Paradox Paloma definitely came in here as the underdogs, and but are not playing like the underdogs at all.
They're very nearly pretty even on shots this time around. It doesn't seem that way. I mean, Pushwalkers putting up 8 shots, and once again, Paradox Paloma only putting up 5, but the 5 shots that Paradox Paloma put on were quality. I mean, almost every shot had to be saved, but Paradox Paloma was working hard on that back end. I mean, 5 saves apiece between them. It's not easy to keep those balls out of the net when you're facing such a strong offensive powerhouse team like the Pushwalkers. So I am curious to see what kind of adjustment Pushwalkers are going to make, because the adjustment they made in Game 2 to essentially just boost starve them was working, but Paradox Paloma seemed to figure something out to keep them in the game. And now as we go into Game 4, will we see another overtime, or will we have a game end in regulation?
And I don't know who's going to win this game. This is such a great series. Both teams have been playing very well. But I know who did win. Us for watching this game and being able to cast this game. Like I said, we came into this game thinking it was going to be kind of one-sided towards the Pushwalkers, and just thought it was going to come in here and dominate. And we are not seeing that at all. And this just has to definitely be a confidence booster for Paradox Paloma. You come in here 13-15. You're number 10 in the conference, just out of the playoff race. So to come in here and play like this against a great team, that's a definite confidence booster right here that you need, as you try to make the final playoff push to try to get into playoffs. And we have the Pushwalkers pushing the ball down the field, but Locke is going to take control of it and see if Quimbee can get this pass on. Locke just doesn't make a move on that. I'm an aggressive player. I would have loved to see try to go for that one.
I think I absolutely understand why Locke didn't go for that touch, though. If Locke had gone, there was nobody actually back to save a potential shot, so Locke thought better of it, decided to play a little bit more patient. Honestly, definitely rewarded his team for it, as now they have possession once again. Locke low on boost, kind of passes to the middle, looking for anybody, but No one there, so we'll pick up the pad and immediately gets bumped for it and loses possession of the ball. Avid with a pass to Goose. Will this connect? No. I just noticed Avid made a card change here. I'm not exactly sure what the thought process is, but 100% do what you got to do.
Hey, sometimes it's the car's fault.
Dude, you know what? I'll let it slide. Ooh, that was a holy. All right, Avid. I wish you had put that in the net because that was a beautiful pass from Goose. Will this ball fall? No. Quimbee's able to get the 50, but unable to force it through. Braamse with the 50 here, and it just falls harmlessly to 8. It's a cjax. He takes control again. Will they get a pass to the middle? It's a 50 out to the center. Braamse to Lock. Can Lock put this in the net? No. Lock unable to get a touch. Braamse will take the shot. Goose able to slow it down, and now Pushwalkers will clear this out once again, and we're back to Paradox Paloma's half.
Right now, we're seeing that that goal line defense of Paradox Paloma that has been just so great in this series was able to keep Pushwalkers out. Let's see, nobody's going for the ball on Paradox Paloma. I felt like that was a great opportunity for somebody to at least make an attempt. They kind of just stood there and let the Pushwalkers defend that one.
I've been looking for a pass. It's cut out by Quimbee. Quimbee has no boost, but rushing for the ball. Trying to get this over to Lock, and Avid gets a quick touch, able to keep the ball away. Braamse misses this touch. The ball is now falling into Paradox Paloma's half. Lock able to get it cleared, but gets demoed for his efforts. cjax looking for a second touch, but Quimbee will clear. Quimbee's going to look for a pass middle. Is someone there? Braamse is there, but it gets cut off. A good 50 from cjax to keep the ball out. Oh, that was close. Avid flicking towards Goose. Goose gets 50 by Lock. Braamse is there but misses. Quimbee just lets the ball bounce over their head. Avid going for a 50. It's 50 into the corner. Braamse with no boost will try to get the ball. Lock is demoed. cjax unable to get the touch. A prime scoring opportunity missed here. But Pushwalkers are still maintaining this offensive pressure despite having not a whole lot of boost on either side at this moment. Avid now with a full tank, sees Goose in the middle, looking to pass it to Goose. Gets a 50 against two players here. They're just unable to break out of their half right now. And finally, Paradox Paloma will break out of their half, looking for a quick passing play into the middle. A good infield pass, but it is broken apart by Goose.
Yeah, we're watching two teams that have been in an absolute battle with each other, and they just know each other so well. It seems like neither team is giving either team an inch anymore. Like I've seen you do this games 1 through 3. I'm not gonna allow you to do it anymore. And we could see a 0-0 overtime. This is absolutely insane series from what we came here expecting. 25 seconds left. Score is still 0-0. Pushwalkers hopes to change that. Paradox Paloma. Oh, this could be something, but nobody on Pushwalkers is there to try to follow up on that. And now cjax does have control of it. We have a pass to Goose. Goose doesn't get a perfect touch on it. And now Braamse trying to make the move with 3 seconds left on the Paradox Paloma side. Quimbee tries to get the ball to the net, cannot. We have a 0-0 overtime. This is fun.
Golden goal opportunity now. One goal will win the series here. Braamse immediately puts it in 5 seconds into overtime. Paradox Paloma will take the series 3-1. An absolutely incredible series. Paradox Paloma showing out and proving that we severely underestimated them.
Definitely underestimated them. They play like champions tonight. We just gotta hope to see if they can string some more wins together and get into that playoff race. But this is a perfect start right here to play as well as they did against a Pushwalkers team that came in there so offensive, just clicking so well on offense. For them to play and play as well as they did and win this series, well, we technically win the series 3-1. Great. Hats off to them.
An absolutely incredible series from both teams. GG's to Paradox Paloma and Pushwalkers. Glad that y'all could join us. We're going to go ahead and start getting the second lobby set up here. This was my only cast for tonight. Somebody else will be stepping in my place. BB, it was a great time casting with you. I'm going to head out and we're going to get the next lobby set up. So give us about 5 minutes or so.
I will be still sticking around.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, my RSC people. Today we got a matchup between Undead and Mop Tops for Prospect. We'll get right into the team stats so we can get going with tonight's games. So,
I'll go ahead.
okay. So for the team stats, starting off, we got Destin with 19 wins up against Vibe Tribe Mop Tops with 13 wins, 11 losses, 59 goals for, 43 goals against, 86 saves, 75 saves against, and a 36.4% shooting percentage. Destin with 19 wins, 9 losses, 62 goals for, 41 goals against, 96 saves, and 99 saves against. 30.9% shooting percentage. Vibe Tribe kind of coming off top with that shooting percentage, but Destin with that 19 and 9 looking very promising. How do you feel?
I will give an update that the Mop Tops record is actually not 10-11, 6-12, it just wasn't updated. So
My
their
bad.
record looks a little bit better than also kind of how you look at the stats too. Because the goals for Mop Tops is 59, goals for Undead is 62. But with them actually playing another 4 games, Mop Tops probably have just as many goals, well, probably more goals than they do. But it also shows you a little bit more about the goals against, with the Mop Tops having more goals scored against them. So they seem to be a team that scores goals, but also doesn't stop the other team from scoring goals as well. So we'll see, if that comes into play in this matchup tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful. On to the player stats. BB, if you want to take that.
Yeah, I'll take this. The Mop Tops, if you look at their stats first, you're seeing Mangy and Fluffy and Fat are going to be the cornerstone of this starting 3. Mangy has 23 goals, Fluffy and Fat with 20. But Fluffy and Fat, what impresses me the most, has 20 goals and 17 assists. That is a beautiful stat line to see. But you kind of here's the problem I think the Mop Tops could run into. They don't really have that strong third. If you look at Undead, you have 19 goals, 16 goals, 20 goals from their starting 3. But from the third Mop Top, you only have 8 goals. So now Celia does participate by assisting, but that could be a thing where you have a team with Undead being more offensively, even on offense in terms of production, versus a team like the Mop Tops who have that top 2 but not that third yet.
Absolutely. It is a very good matchup, but it looks like Destin may come out on top with how much they have on the numbers. But I have said this before, and I will say this again. I am always voting for the underdogs. I feel like Vibe Tribe could come out on top, but we'll have to see by the end of this matchup.
And we will see very shortly, because the players are joining the matchup, and we are ready to go. Let's see who can strike first in this matchup between Undead versus Mop Tops. Number 3 Undead versus the number 5 Mop Tops.
Coming right out the gate, Fluffy Grizz dropping that down for Fluffy. Oh, good 50 to keep that in play for Mangy. Off the wall towards mid. Doughboy to put that off to the side. Good play by him. Going back towards Grizz, who was going to put that out, but back to Doughboy. Coming off Direwolf. Still keeping that in play. Good demo by Doughboy, but nobody there. I have a strong feeling that, oh my god, Grizz coming out with a goal. Very much an underdog. in this play. Looking back at his stats, coming out, putting on the first goal within the first 30 seconds. Very big for this team.
Yeah, that is definitely how you want to come out as the underdog, scoring first and putting the other team on notice. And right now we have Undead trying. Doughboy just did a little flip in the air, and we have Undead trying to see if they can respond. And I've seen Doughboy play a few times. I would love to see how this series goes for Doughboy, but Doughboy is a very great player, so he's definitely going to be a factor into how Undead plays and how this series goes for them. As right now, being very patient, just allowing the other team to just sit there and miss the ball, and then he came and collected the scraps on that one. Was not able to make much out of that, but that just shows you the patience of Doughboy right there.
Absolutely. Mop Tops, Vibe Tribe, very much good put together tonight. Very good on the 50s, the challenges, keeping it in play for the most part, giving their back third a good chance to score, just like they did.
Yeah, and this could be the story of the night, because the very first matchup tonight we had the Paradox Paloma 3-1 in the Pushwalkers. Paradox Paloma was number 10. Pushwalkers came in number 3, and they 3-1 them. So right now we're just seeing Mop do a number on Undead right now. 3 goals, 3-0 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Mop Tops are feeling themselves right now.
Very much so. They came out to play, and they're here to win. Looks like Direwolf and Mangy off of the kickoff, back towards Grizz to put it on goal. Dino there for the save, though. Doughboy is up to keep that out of play towards the corner. Direwolf is on that, though. No boost to go anywhere else with it. Back towards their side. Fluffy to put that mid, but I think that was Doughboy there for the save. Grizz putting that off the corner back towards goal. Can he get another? Saved. Very good play. Playing it slow, but also getting those 50s in to put it back into play for their next teammate.
Right now, it just looks like Undead is just kind of just a little bit out of sync. And the Mop Tops has already come into this game one, finding their rhythm, found their rhythm. And normally that's what a game one in the series is, both teams filling each other out. But the Mop Tops needed time to figure out how they wanted this game to go, and that's why they have the 3-goal lead. And right now Doughboy is trying to defend this from becoming a 4-0 deficit, and this is promising as well. Very nice save by Direwolf to make contact with that. And now we're a little bit of mix up on the Mop Top side. Almost did the work for the Undead. Now we have Doughboy.
Dino putting that up towards them. This could be a comeback, very much so. But it's looking like Mop Tops are just very well put together tonight to keep this a 3-0 lead.
And it's really the quality of the touches that the Mop Tops are getting right now. As of right now, kind of playing boomer ball, but you're seeing Mop Tops try to get more possessive with the ball, little dribbles, passes to the other teammates and stuff like that, and you're not really seeing that from Undead right now.
No, not very much. It looks like they're more on the defensive side than offense, but not working out very well for them. Grizz putting that back to get boost. Bumped off by Doughboy, though. Dino putting that down off the wall, but Fluffy is there to put it up and over Dire. Could that be it? That is another goal coming for Fluffy on the Mop Tops.
Yeah, and I think that was that Direwolf that went up right there to try to make the touch, maybe try to put the ball in play for him with a pass or even a shot, and just after Direwolf missed that ball, that was it. That was going in right there.
Gotta be careful on that, playing that third back. Can't let that happen. That's an easy free goal for the other team if you can't get there. Direwolf coming up on that, getting full boost to stay in play. Mangy, though, up with it, putting back towards mid, and Fluffy's there to connect. I do say this Mop Tops team has great chemistry coming right out of the gate. Being able to set each other up with the pass plays, but also winning those 50s.
Definitely. They came out playing very well together. I don't know if one team had better scrims than the other team. I don't know what happened. But Mop Top scores again, makes this game 5-0. Just a beautiful shot. Just getting Steph Curry on Fluffy Cat. Fluffy Cat, very nice shot. Now the comeback now is impossible. Don't never say never, but this is impossible. It's almost like, but you would love to see Undead maybe get a goal for the road, just to see the ball go into the net. Can they see that right there, right now? Won't. Maybe right here. Yes. Oh. That right there will not change what else happened in this game, but maybe you can use that as a confidence booster going into game 2. Like, okay, let's shake that off and let's try to 3-1 them in this series. Let's try to not to lose another game, especially not like this.
Absolutely, got to get that warm up in to be able to get there. Mop Top's taking the first game. Very well put together team, putting stats up on the board. Like I said, with their passes, their 50s, they continuously winning those, being able to put the ball back into play for their next teammate. It's been a fantastic matchup. Fluffy and Fat taking that MVP with 2 goals and 3 saves. Or 3 shots on goal. My bad.
Yeah, it was a beautiful display by the entire Mop Tops team. They just came out like normally game 1, you figured the other team out. Mop Tops came out already, having a game plan in mind, and they worked it. And now we have to see if Undead can make an adjustment. But yeah, Fluffy and Fat played very well in that game, And I love to see the pressure. 6 shots by Grizz, able to score 2 goals off of them. But that's just pressure. That's just constant pressure that the Mop Tops was putting on Undead. So Undead is going to have to find a way to kind of slow Mop Tops down because they're playing way quicker than they are right now.
Absolutely. I mean, Undead's got to come up this second game and put goals on the board quick, and hopefully they can shut down Mop Top's offensive and keep the ball rolling towards a win.
Possibly, the big deciding factor being the fact that the Undead team came in playing more evenly as a team, and Mop Top, who were led by Mangy and Fluffy and Fat, it could be a problem because they wasn't getting that third production. But the Grizz, who is their third, played very well in that game, played very great in that last game. So now we just have to see the complete teamwork of Undead, and we have to see if they can get this out of a very tough position for them, because Mop Tops are just being very relentless right now. Very relentless.
Very much so. Fluffy with a flick to put that on goal, but Doughboy is there. Mangy to put another shot, but Direwolf is there for the save. Dino up, but missing. Grizz on the shot. Doughboy there for the save as well, though. Mangy up to put that towards corner and off the back. This Mop Tops team is very they're quick. They're quick to be back on the ball, and it is it's I feel like it's putting this Undead team off their feet because they're not expecting them to be right back in the fire.
Yeah. When you play as fast as Mop Tops are playing, you don't allow the other team to really get into a rhythm. That's especially if the other team can't keep up. And right now, Mop Tops are just playing so much quicker than Undead. And this is a shot high. That was kind of high, but very, very great attempt though. And we're seeing the defense of Undead. I will say you applaud their defense because Mop Tops have been on offense for a while. It seemed like, to not give up a goal right now. And we're seeing Doughboy already having 3 saves with 3 minutes left. So that just shows you how great the Undead defense is, but how also the amount of pressure that Mop Tops are putting on them.
Absolutely. A good. Oh my. Mangy there to put a shot on after that save was missed. I mean, a good defense does make a great team, but you have to connect to be able to put that back on the offensive side. And it just seems like this Undead team is not able to do that.
It seems like Mop Tops are just playing angry as well. Like, you look at the stats, I mean, already it's a little bit under 3 minutes, and Undead has already had to save the ball 7 times. Mop Tops have already put up 9 shots. They're playing angry. They're playing very, very relentless. They're not letting up. As you said, they're getting to the ball real quick, which is throwing Undead off and not allowing them to set up anything. They're on defense so much. You can't really get your offense going if you're on defense for the most part. And Fluffy and Fat was able to push that out. I was thinking that maybe the Undead could get a second hit on that and possibly score, but they were not able to because Mop Tops was just back on the ball so quickly.
Absolutely, but it does look like Undead's starting to be able to get a little bit of an offensive side. Direwolf popping that up towards mid, Mangy missing, kind of putting their team out of line, but Grizz is there to keep that off shot. Doughboy to put that towards mid. It's there for
Nice.
Direwolf to bury it. Looking at it now, this Undead team is coming out, playing a lot of defense in the first half, getting a little bit of offensive action towards the second half of this. It could be a good game for them to come back.
Could be, but not if Mangy has anything to do with it. But nice shot, but also a beautiful save by Direwolf. But Fluffy and Fat is not letting up. Neither is this entire Mop Tops team. Beautiful 50. Doughboy not getting any space. Direwolf trying to pop that over the defense, was not able to. And now Mop Tops are moving again.
Yeah, Mop Top's getting back on that offensive where they have been striving and prospering on. Not able to. Oh, nice little pop up. Grizz putting that down, getting a nice 50 to put that back. Mangy over to Grizz towards the mid. Fluffy with no boost, able to get there. Mangy's back with full boost, but Doughboy's on it. Dino, Mangy able to get that away from Dino, back towards Grizz, going up the wall. Seeing if they can get a play started. Doughboy with the save. I mean, it's impressive, this Undead defense, with how much... Oh my god. With how much this Mop Tops team is putting up on the assault. The defense that they have is great, but not enough as Mangy scores a second goal with 26 seconds left in this second match.
And I love that word that you use, assault, because this is exactly what this has been. This Mop Tops offense has just been doing, putting up an absolute assault on Undead in terms of the shots and the amount of times that Undead has to save it. Right now, I say it's very crazy watching this game because Undead came in with the better record, the higher seed, but they're playing like the underdogs. They're kind of the underdogs in this game. The way this game has been going and the way this series has been going, because Mop Tops will take game 2 and somehow the underdog coming in 16-12, Mop Tops going against the 19-9 Undead team. They're up in this series 2-0.
Looking at the stats from that match, Mangy putting up 2 goals, 6 shots, coming in MVP. A very good match too. I'm just baffled with how Undead is playing. It we're gonna have to see if they can get a sub in to maybe switch up the flow. But if it continues the way it's been going with how Mop Tops have been on that assault, it's it may just be a dead game for them.
And before you saw, I mean, because that was a much better game than game one. You know, Mop Tops took game one 5-1, so it was a much better game. It's just you have to stop allowing Mop Tops to get so much pressure on you. And whenever you want to slow a team down, the perfect thing to do is Undead needs to start playing more physical. You cannot allow the Mop Tops to do whatever they want to the ball down the field. You have to hit them. You have to demo them. Cause some confusion in this team right now. Mop Tops are just being allowed to just settle into the type of game they want to play. Undead has to kind of force them to play their game.
Absolutely. Looking like Undead is going to sub out for Booger coming in. Let's see if this can get a different flow going for the Undead team. Unfortunately, it's looking like Mop Top's coming back out. The same they've been playing this whole time. Very aggressive, very on top of the ball.
The Mop Tops, they didn't care about that sub at all. They just said more of what we've been doing. We don't care who you have. Exactly what we've been doing. We just try to keep the ball on your side of the field for the good duration of the game, which is what they're doing right now as Fluffy tries to get something going. But El Booger Sugar is able to get that, to pry that away from him. And we have a shot by Dino Chicken that was an easy save, but this is not so much of an easy save. And they still saved it, and Mop Tops are on them again. They have numbers. If get the ball past Dino Chicken, cannot. Dino Chicken takes control of the ball. Let's see. Oh, that could have been something if you could have got the flick. Could not get the flick. I will say with the sub, it does seem like Undead is playing a little bit quicker. You talked about the speed of Mop Tops, but okay, well,
my God.
not quick enough to stop that shot right there by Fluffy and Fat. Mop Tops go up 1-0 in this game.
Booger Sugar with no boost to get back on the defensive side. Coming right out the gate, Dino and Fluffy on the kickoff. Going back towards the Mop Top side, Doughboy able to put that towards the corner, but no dice as Grizz gets that back up towards the other side of the field. Dino able to keep that towards mid though, but not enough that it could do any damage. This Mop Tops team, while very on the attack, very much on the offensive, is still able to play a good defense. But it's looking like they don't need to have a defense.
That's always so tough when you have a team that can is so quick on offense but still get back so fast on defense, and that's exactly what Mop Tops is doing right now. And just playing perfect defense. Like, they're not really out of position. You don't really see them out of position, but you also don't see them, colliding with each other. So the comms are real great between this team, this Mop Tops team, and that has to be a deciding factor in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, their positioning is perfect. They're not they're not getting in each other's way. They're not bumping each other. They're able to keep this in play enough to where they can shoot and score, just like Mangy did, putting it up 2-0 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third match. Grizz able to put that towards mid, keeping it in play. I mean, I know looking back at the stats, Grizz was not a very like MVP looking player, but he has come out tonight and showed that he's on this team for a reason.
Yeah, Grizz is hitting their stride in a perfect time in a high profile matchup like this. Number 5 Tops going against the number 3 Undead. So if this was the time that you wanted your third to kind of hit their stride, after kind of, like you said, not MVP numbers, this would be the time right here, and doing a great job of being a great compliment complimation to who is it, Fluffy Cat and Mangy, in terms of that third rotation player.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, maybe not able to put MVP stats. Dino with a good shot to put that on and slice this lead in half, 1-2 with minute 27 left. Good pass from Booger to put that off the backboard for Dino, though. I mean, Grizz is, I mean, like you said, he may not be putting up MVP stats, but I still would consider him an MVP with how he's been playing this. He's been very good on the offense, good with the assist, being able to put that towards mid for Fluffy and Mangy. I do think he's been a vital player for Mop Tops in this matchup.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. And other than that, that goal that Undead just scored, it was definitely, you didn't really see a lot of scary moments. This Mop Tops team, you don't really see a lot of scary moments for them on defense. They're very composed. And as I say that right now, this is a kind of a scary moment, but they're able to stop the momentum on that. And now they're trying to get something going on their side of the field. And Mangy with the beautiful aerial, but that was stopped by Undead. And now let's see if they can get this go. Oh, we have a double whiff, I believe. I
Oh,
believe that was what, maybe it was a bump in the air. I don't know. No, just a oh man. And Undead seizing that opportunity.
it's impressive how Dino was able to keep that on goal, but with that miss on the save, that was a vital moment for this Mop Tops team to keep that lead. Putting that towards mid is Mangy for Fluffy, but no dices. It is not on. Dino, I mean, really being an offensive player here, trying to keep that back. Mangy putting that floater up towards mid. Fluffy could not connect with it. I mean, with such a great defense, with Undead coming out as we go into OT, with such a great defense, you can tell they're starting to play a bit more offensively. I feel like they're starting to warm up. They're feeling comfortable.
You definitely see that they're playing a little bit different and just basically and capitalizing off mistakes that Mop Tops made that last game. The double whiff. They made another mistake in that game, which they weren't making a lot of. So if they can just keep that up, take advantage of any opportunities that Mop Tops gives you.
Absolutely. And it also looks like Undead has been taking more of these 50s in this matchup. I know Mop Tops have been winning those the past two games, but Undead is staying on top of those 50s this game. As Fluffy is up to try and double that, but no dice, as Booger is there to put it back towards Mop Top's side of the field.
That was a beautiful clear by Mop Tops, and I thought by Mangy, and I thought they were going to score off of that, but we're not able to capitalize on that. And now we have Dino Chicken trying to get something going up the side, and they just defend that so well. Undead tries to go up that side, and just they have that on lock. And
Oh my god.
oh,
Unfortunate.
that's tough.
Unfortunate Booger taking that across his own goal. You never want to do that in these matchups. I mean, taking the ball across your own goal is almost just giving it to the other team. Mop Tops coming out on that game 3 with another win.
Yeah, it was the mistakes of Mop Tops that allowed Undead to stay in that game, and it was a mistake by Undead at the very end of that game that allowed Mop Tops to take that W. And yeah, this is we are in this could be a shocker right here if the Mop Tops could get the 4-0 sweep coming in as the underdog in this series. What do you think that that Undead has to change to not allow that to happen?
I mean, they were playing very well in that last match. I mean, a good ratio of defense to offense, being able to switch back and forth between that. It's it's impressive how they can switch, but it's not enough to beat this Mop Tops team. Uh, I'm not sure what they need to change, if they need to switch up their lineup or what, but if they can keep more of an offensive, maybe connecting on those passes a bit better, they might be able to make this a 3-1. But I know Mop Tops are coming in this match saying, we're here for the 4-0 sweep and we're going to take it.
And by the way that this series has been going, I'm leaning more towards the 4-0 sweep in this game. I believe Mop Tops comes out and finish what they started and get the clean sweep.
Starting
We
in
start.
on game 4, looks like Dino and Fluffy off the kickoff. Dead ball for Doughboy to take, though, as Mangy is on that. I mean, it's while they have been winning. Oh my God, Dino with a shot on goal, not able to be saved. I mean, while Mop Tops have been winning off these kickoffs, it's put them in a very good advantage. But I think Undead, if they win more of those, could definitely put them on top for this last match.
Oh, definitely. Winning the kickoff game is really important, and as you saw just now, yeah, winning was able to move that to a goal. And let's see, a little high, just Fluffy and Fat can get
Oh
the
my!
rebound, cannot get the put back, and we have Undead just walking away miraculously, not getting scored on just now in that exchange. And Fluffy and Fat is going to take control of it. And whenever Fluffy and Fat gets the ball, it is always something to watch out for. You know, that could be a dangerous problem for the other team. You never want to give Fluffy and Fat space. And right now we have Fluffy and Fat with space. Let's see if they can make something happen. Cannot. Oh, almost got the putback on that. Dino Chicken with the very nice clear. Not able to take control of it, but El Booger Sugar going to lose control of it. And now D Grizz has it. Let's see if he can get it past Dino Chicken. Does, but not for long. They weren't able to keep control of that. And these teams right now are going all out.
Undead looking like they're coming out more on the attack with these demos. I don't know if they've switched up their game plan coming out and putting demos on the board, but it's looking very well for them as Fluffy gets a demo, but Doughboy is back to carry that. Grizz on top of that. I mean, this Mop Tops team, while being very offensive and putting each other in a good placement, this Undead team is starting to connect with some of their passes, but it's not enough for Mop Tops to be on their heels.
And that was a beautiful 50, beautiful save. I don't know if they gave Dino Chicken a save, but that was definitely a save because that was going in. And yeah, Undead are definitely connected with some of the passes. Playing, it took a while, but now they're playing more so as a team. And you're seeing how that is making a difference in this game with them now being able to put Fluffy and Fat with a beautiful bump, but now being able to put Mop Tops on the defensive and not so much, just spending the entire game playing defense themselves. And Doughboy with the pop-up, Dino Chicken too far away. Oh, we have the double whiff by both teams, and Mop Tops are able to push it away. Still looking for a way to respond with 2 minutes left to go in this game. Let's see if they can respond so they can get the clean sweep or not.
I mean, if Undead plays how they are right now with that defense, oh my God, Maggie able to put that right underneath for a shot on goal. I mean, as I was in the middle of saying that if Undead could have played that defensive,
that was perfect.
That one lead.
I just saw how beautiful of a shot that was by Mangy on the replay. I really saw the beauty. Nice shot, nice way to respond.
Fluffy, oh my, Dino almost winning that 50 for a goal. Fluffy kind of playing off that time, Grizz putting that back towards the other side. I mean, while they are also playing fast, they're taking a moment to make sure they're collected and playing that slow. I mean, taking their time to make sure that their shots are on, their passes are there. Mop Tops back on that offense where you don't want them to be. They've proven that their offense has been lethal for the past 3 matches. Doughboy going for a bump for Booger to bury it, putting them back up by 1 goal with 1:03 left. I mean, if Undead can play this defensive, keep that 1 goal lead, they could leave with a 3-1.
They definitely could lead with the 3-1, and you talked about this earlier, the speed of Mop Tops. Well, it looks to be now where in the Undead has closed that speed gap. You know, they don't just look like they're playing catch up. Oh, and you talked about the 1 goal lead. That 1 goal lead isn't staying there for long. Mop Tops does not like to be down by 1, and it seems as soon as Undead puts them in that situation, they find a way to even the score very quickly.
I gotta stop talking about the 1 goal lead defensive. It looks like anytime I talk about it, Mop Tops comes back to put another goal on the board. Doughboy putting that up towards the wall, but Fluffy is there to keep that in play going back towards mid, but Booger Sugar is on that. Mangy on that. Booger able to 50 that off the ceiling and down as Grizz and Doughboy 50 that towards the corner, but Grizz is back on it. With full boost, let's see if he can cook here, but Doughboy there to save. I mean, this Mop Tops is back. They're back on their offensive. And it's unfortunate for Undead, but Undead is still coming out, playing aggressive as well, able to keep the ball from, for the most part, able to keep this Mop Tops team on their heels as they set up to try and get another goal. This could go into another OT. Mangy up to put that down, and we're going into another overtime.
And the Mop Tops are leading this series 3-0, and if the Undead wants to walk away with at least a win, they're going to have to do it in overtime. Let's see if they can get that done. Dino Chicken is going to push the ball towards their side of the field, and the Grizz with a beautiful clear. And Fluffy got demoed, but then we had a pass, but no Mop Tops player went for it.
Mop Tops still, like I said, staying on that offensive, getting those 50s in. Doughboy able to put that back towards the Mop Top side, looking for somebody mid as Fluffy gets that out of there, and Grizz is on top of it. Booger towards the goal, Mangy there for the save though. Mangy able to put that shot on goal, but Doughboy is there to save that as well. Grizz up, putting that off the wall towards mid as Fluffy puts that back towards their other goal. I mean, it's a good matchup, very much so, as Mop Tops playing offensively. I mean, Undead starting to get their stride. Mangy with a flip reset, able to put that towards goal. That's sealing down as Doughboy gets that out of there.
We are 2-2 and it's overtime, and Doughboy with the shot. Is that almost? How did Mangy save that? Was that more of Mangy, or was that more of the cross? That more crossbar that did the work? Do not know, but that was a perfect save. And we have a demo shot by Mangy.
Oh my God.
And whoever made that demo set that up. Somebody got
Fluffy
a demo.
Fluffy
Nice.
able to get the double demo from Mangy to put that shot on goal to win that OT. I mean, I was hoping for Undead to at least win one, but like I said before, Mop Tops came out and they said, we want this sweep, we're gonna take it.
Yeah, and the Mop Tops came out as the underdog. You said you liked the underdog, and the Mop Tops came out as the underdog and delivered. They were the number 5 seed going against the number 3 seed. They came in 16-12. The Mop Tops did. They will leave this series 20-12. Undead came in 19-9. The Undead will leave 19-13. So Definitely. So, oh man, so the mop, I believe in this tier, the prospect tier at 16 teams, the mop tops with that sweep moved ahead of Undead in the playoff. That was a statement right there. That is potentially a playoff matchup right there. We could see later on.
Absolutely. I mean, Mob Top's coming out with that 4-0 sweep. They wanted to up their record, keep on the playoff side, and move up the board. It's definitely working in their favor if they as they move above Undead there. But I don't know. With Mob Tops coming in as the underdog against that matchup, it was unfortunate. I mean, it was it looked like it would have been set in stone for Undead to come in. I mean, either 2-2, 3-1, or 4-0, but it looks like it went the opposite way as Mop Tops win.
Yeah.
MVP for this last match, Mangy, with 817 points, 2 goals, and 9 shots. I mean, 9 shots on goal is big. I mean, only being able to connect like 2, but 1 assist as well and 3 saves. I mean, looking at the stats, while Undead very much on the defensive, able to make a lot of saves, but it was not enough to keep this Mop Tops team away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little different direction with my MVP. I'm gonna go. My MVP is going to be Grizz series, simply because we talked about during the pregame how Mop Tops had Fluffy and Fat, and they had Mangy, who were kind of like the cornerstone of this offense, and they were looking for that third. And the Grizz, wasn't putting up those MVP numbers, but showed up in this series, and which allowed them to jump Undead, in the playoff race. So this team right here made a statement. They found their groove, and just dispatched of a very great team in Undead. So this team right there with the Grizz performance and the Grizz coming into their own, this is definitely a team to watch out for in the playoffs and for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. I agree with your MVP choice. I do second that as Grizz definitely coming out. Uh, I mean, not well putting up MVP stats, but definitely a key player in the matchup, able to connect with Fluffy and Mangy towards those mid shots. I mean, while Mangy and Fluffy were definitely putting up the points, definitely putting up the MVPs. I mean, Grizz was definitely the key player to keep that team on a roll towards the sweep.
Yeah, and hats off to Undead. Played a very great series. Game one they did lose 5-1, but every other score, game two, game three, game four, all decided by a point, and they just couldn't stop the offensive onslaught. Mop Tops, that very last game they had 12 saves. So it wasn't like you had a team that wasn't playing very great defensively or just getting beat. It was just sometimes it just happens like that.
Absolutely. I think a key momentum for Mob Tops coming out and winning this series was their 50s. I mean, throughout all 4 matches, it looked like Mob Tops were winning every 50 that came their way, which, in my opinion, was Undead's just crimson or kryptonite, not crimson. Was their kryptonite towards this matchup? But with that being said, that is I'm not sure. Do we have another game after this?
Oh no, no more games, please. I love Rocket League. I love see, but it is 12:23 on the East Coast. No more games.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, that is our last matchup we have for tonight. Thank you everybody for coming out. Wonderful matches tonight. Thank you to all the players that came in, put in their best, and we will see you all on Wednesday.
Yes. Well, we have two more amazing matchups.